Hello everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. I can't do a front-facing video right now. My room is in shambles because I am redoing it. So this is what we get, this little 18 by 24 view. But I'm going to start off by telling you how excited I am to share something new with you. I don't often participate in things like this, so this is new for me. Excited. If you are a Distress fan, you are going to be so excited about this. I have in my hands the brand new to the Distress line colored pencils, and I am going to talk to you about them, show you some projects. It's going to be so much fun. All right, but let's get started here. I have my binder. If you don't, listen, the most unnecessary thing probably in your craft room is this fuzzy feeling wonderful binder. But I have to tell you, every time I pick it out and touch it, I get happier. Let's move on. Okay, right here I have them all swatched out. So this is the full line swatched out. Now, this was the very first time I was even touching these pencils. So as you can see, I kind of got better at mixing them a little bit later on as I was playing. But tell me that's not your favorite. Twisted Citron. So this is a swatch, but we're actually I'm gonna show you them in action because I don't think it does it justice. So let's put this back away. Oh, by the way, this is my binder full of swatching. I have all my swatches in there. Just thought I would share that in case you were curious, but pretty much everything that I swatch out, I put in here, one place, even my pops of color. Yep. Okay. Let's start talking about these colored pencils here. So this right here, I have 3 sets of them. They are, I don't know if like, I don't recall. I'd have to research this. If they were like a matching set of the way he released bundles. I can't speak on that exactly yet because I'm actually recording this before I even see Tim's live. So I'm not 100% sure, but they are very, very diverse in the section of release, meaning if you just picked up one, you'd get a phenomenal set of colors. So they'll be listed, I'm sure, which colors come in which pack, but as you can see when you open them up, you have this piece right here. Comes out, and it's very sturdy plastic, like really thick. So I'm thinking you can probably just flip this over and use it as a little bit of a palette if you're on the go. So that's a double use. And then we have our pencils. So I'm going to start just by showing you sort of the nomenclature of the pencil. This is probably the most sturdy, hardy pencil I've felt. It is really weighted. There's a lot of goodness in here. And so, you know, with anything that comes with the Distress line, you're going to get quality. I've never had any doubts there. And this is no different. I mean, it's a really, I had my daughter pick up the pencil. I was like, feel this pencil. She's like, oh, that's heavy. So it's a nice, sturdy weighted pencil, meaning you're going to get your pigment that you want out of this, particularly, you know, the matching color. So there's that. I'm still waiting to see how you would sharpen them, make sure to get, you know, making sure to get all of the use out of it. Don't want to just assume we can shove this in a pencil sharpener. Probably sure you can, but anyway, that's more to come. But it is a Distress watercolor pencil, so of course it's going to react with water. I just want to be sure. I don't want to mislead anybody. Okay, so I'll do like an update on that. But let me just show you quickly the colors of each. Okay, so I feel like you can see a little bit better there. Really nice, pigmented. I left them twisted so you can see the colors. So we have picked raspberry, fired brick, rusty hinge, mustard seed, peeled paint, salvage patina, speckled egg, salty ocean, villainous potion, walnut stain, black soot, and picket fence. We have Kitsch Flamingo, Barn Door, Spice Marmalade, Fossilized Amber, Cracked Pistachio, Twisted Citron, Mermaid Lagoon, Ice Spruce, Prize Ribbon, Seedless Preserves, Antique Linen, and Vintage Photo. And then lastly we have, hold on, I done turned it. Tattered Rose, Candied Apple, Crackling Campfire, Wild Honey, Crushed Olive, Rustic Wilderness, Peacock Feathers, Tumbled Glass, Faded Jeans, Shaded Lilac, Frayed Burlap, and Hickory Smoke. Okay, so there's that. Alright, let's get a look at them in action. Okay, so I'm going to choose this set here. I'm going to go in a rainbow order. So what I've noticed with any colored pencil, I don't like, you don't want to press too hard because you want to be able to release that grainy piece of your look. So I'm just going to do this on big scale here, and I'm lightly pressing my colored pencil. That is Picked Raspberry. This is Fired Brick, and I'm going to cross them into each other. Alright, speeding this up real quick because I can't torture you with that sound. It was awful as I was watching it. So I'm going through and I'm kind of overlapping each of the colors, and I'll list those colors here so you can see. But I'm just overlapping them so that when I do the blending, it's already half the battle because they're kind of touching each other. So here we go. The others are neutral. There's a couple neutral colors in each pack. This in and of itself is pretty. So even that is pretty, but that's not what we're here for. So let's have a look. Alright, so when I'm doing this, I'm just using a water brush today. I did it originally with just a brush and some water separate. So I'm going to put my water brush into it, and as you can see, let me zoom in. We are getting massive blend already. Getting rid of those grains right off the jump. You can see that. And I haven't even wiped my brush yet. I just want to show you how they blend together. So you can see we're moving into all of those colors. I mean, if this is not perfect blending, good gracious. And I'm just barely going back up into each color. I'm adding a little bit of water as I go. I like this water brush for that reason, instead of dipping into a water pan. Just add a little water as you go. Look at that. That is just pure magic. Oh my goodness. Wow. The blend on these, and the fact that it gets rid of the grains so smoothly. I almost didn't put this in the video. I almost just showed you finished projects. How dare I? Look at that. What? That is amazing. Alright, let's bring it back out a little bit. Wow. Okay, well that's definitely going to get used. I'm using watercolor paper. Didn't know if I had to say that, if that goes without saying, but the particular kind I'm using is from Hippie Crafter watercolor paper. I've tried it on Arteza, it works. But yeah, so just, I don't think you're going to have any issues with the paper, but there is the finished. Alright, now let's look at some finished projects that I made. Okay, I am using some brand new Stamps to Me from scrapbook.com. This one I didn't quite use, but I wanted to show it to you because it's super pretty. So this floral is called Rose Blossoms, and you get some really great, what am I trying to say? Stamps of florals to color. But this is the one I used for a couple of my projects I'm going to show you. This is called Wildflowers, and I just think it's so pretty. This one's Wildflowers, love it, so pretty. I used both of these stamps. And then this one is called High Fall, and is not the one that I used for my project. Let me see if I can find. Okay, this is the one I used. So this is for Cards for Kindness. I love this. It is essentials. It's called Card Maker Essentials, but happy birthday, hi, thanks, thinking of you, how are you, and butterflies, friend, over here. And so I used this one for the project. So let's take a look at those. This is a card I finished using the similar technique I just showed you of blending the background out. And so I took that and then I used this stamp right here. And so I stamped that out in some watercolor friendly ink. And then I took my Pops of Color, which is in the Glitter Snowflake, And I used, actually I did use this one stamp. Look, I used Thankful from here, from this one. But then I added the pops of color, and you could see that beautiful glitter shine right there in the center of every flower. So I just highlighted the center of every flower. And I also used black pops of color right here with a little tool. One of these little painting tools with a little ball on the end. I guess it's a scoring tool, but I used it to paint. So I dipped it in my black paint. Boop, boop, boop. Got that little addition there. You're going to see that on all the cards. Okay, so that was my first project there. All right, next one, I did some actual watercoloring with the colors and the stamp. I also used that same stamp, I guess I did for sure, High Fall. I used You're Wonderful from there. And I was able to add a little bit of those as well. Now what I did here was I heat embossed this image with clear embossing ink and black Nocturne. This right here, this is watercolor friendly ink. So you want to stamp your image with that. And then I just put some clear embossing powder over it, embossed it, and then I was able to color within the lines a little easier. And that's all with the colored pencils. So I just mixed a little different colors, put a little bit of shading where I thought it needed to be, and that's it. You can finish this off with some sparkles, jewels, whatever you like. I just did the dots again to add a little something extra. So you can see that little technique is great. And then the final one was basically just a hand-drawn kind of thing. So this right here is a birthday card. I made slimline. I took this heart right here and I traced it out all over my card panel. And then I took the watercolor pencils and I colored them in. I traced this with pencil, I should say. So I created it with pencil, colored them in, and then I did 2 rounds of color on each to get a little bit of shading. I then let it dry completely. Came back in with a white gel pen, added some highlights, took my silver metallic pen from scrapbook.com right here, outlined every heart, added my black dots, and then the happy birthday is from that Cards for Kindness, happy birthday. And then I bubble cut it. And so I thought this was really fun because I didn't need a lot of things to make it. Just my medium, something to trace, you can hand draw it, made them into balloons. Easy peasy. So that was a lot of fun. Those are my 3 projects using the watercolor pencils from the Distress line. Well, thank you so much for joining me to check these out. I was super duper excited to be a part of it. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I will also list and link all of the things that I showed in the video in case you're interested in seeing them more up close. You can find that in the description box below this video as well. And I also have a link if you want to get a free printable download from me to join me on my email list. I don't send out that many emails, but when I do, I try to save it for some deals, some things coming up, opportunities, or just updates. So if you want to join my email list, you'll see that link below as well. And I will see you all in the comments down below and in the next video. Bye-bye.